my bags, I'm leaving town. I bought a one-way ticket, I ain't coming back. It's goodbye friends and goodbye folks. I'm heading for the city, and that's my home.
Oh yes, of course, the omen of the night owl, and of course singing the songs of birds tonight, clamoring to go home, saying home and home.
I've got no money, just hopes and dreams.
And oh yes, with that one coming from, of course, teammate Diakolo, wish me well. I am welcoming you afresh, of course, to another episode on the Night Drive Show tonight, of course, with the Olukayode. And yes, friends, call me MCK the Dupra Superman. I must say today, yes, of course, Sunday evening, and the 10th day in the month of January 2021. Gradually, the year is also on the peak. And I'll say, yes, I must say today, I feel so delighted again to be here, to actually talk to you, of course, on another topic for tonight. And yes, with that one, I will be considering tonight home. Yes, we'll be talking, basically today on, yes, home. What is home to you? How do you define home? Where exactly is home? Where can we call home? All right, I must say, yes, when you wake up and then you felt, I'm no longer, gonna stay here. I just want to go far away to the city. You believe that is where dreams come true. That is where things happen. But then, sometimes predominantly it doesn't always work that way. It could actually be somewhere around something that you just have to do. Home is something or a place, in our heart. It is where it's somewhere we actually take along wherever we go, where we find love and peace and we feel welcome. Home is not necessarily a stationary place. Home is not necessarily where we are born. Home is in our heart. We take it with us wherever we go as we journey in life. I do say, hey, Sojourner, as you go, always remember the songs of birds. Tonight I said the owls, actually the night owl, humming, clamoring, home. Home is my home. Oh yes, welcome back from that very short break. Of course, Timmy Diakolo right about there, wish me well as I go set off to the city. And I say that is now my new home. And that's why I said home is not necessarily a stationary place. But then we believe that as we set out, on a journey away from home, we believe we got something that we want to make. We have this agenda in our heart because we have somewhere we actually, we've positioned, we have this something we are envisioning, and then we want to set it up and then we get out to achieve something outside there. But then as you go packing your bags and then you're saying, oh mom, dad, I gotta go because I've got to achieve my dream. Leaving home behind is not a good one, but you take it along with you wherever you go. That is why I said home is not necessarily a stationary place. It is somewhere in your heart. You take it along with you, the love, the peace that it comes along. Tonight on the Night Drive Show, we've been able to consider that home is not necessarily a stationary place. Timmy Diakolo right about there with Wish Me Well. I'm going to be playing you this one right about now. And this one is titled Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran. A quick short break and I'll be right back. You stay tuned.
When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. And I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the boring fields and
Of course, yes, Ed Sheeran right about there with Castle on the Hill. I must tell you tonight that, whenever you jet out of home and then you have this something in your heart at a place that you want to go achieve a particular dream, always know that when it doesn't work out, you should always endeavor to always come back home. It's not as if you're gonna leave that place and then come down to resettle, or you just acknowledge in your heart to connect back to your source. And because home is your source. In my own language, they will say more like you forgetting the source is gonna dry up the belief. So, but then regardless of what we believe, I think it's an ideology that works out, from the whole facet of life, considering what people have been into, journey of life, so many examples that we have seen. When it doesn't work out at a particular place you set out, always connect back to home, because maybe, just maybe, that answer might just be at home. So tonight we're considering home. What is home to you? How do you define home? But then tonight I've been able to let you understand on the Night Drive show here that yes, home is not necessarily a stationary place, but rather home is somewhere you take along in your heart, somewhere you find love, somewhere you find peace, somewhere you are welcome, and somewhere you always acknowledge as the source. That is home. That is home. No other place can feel like home. When they say there is no place like home, they mean in times of comfort, in times of acceptance, in times of relative freedom, there is no place that you can define as home. So wherever you go, whatever you do, always take home along with you. And of course, always reckon back to that very particular source. It's going to help you going forward. It's going to help me going forward. I must say that will be all tonight, of course, on the Night Drive show. Just basically, I want to say, nothing really much, just to let you understand that always don't forget home. Enjoy the rest of this one, Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran, and I'll be back to bid my farewell.
One's brother overdosed, one's already on his second wife, one's just barely getting by, but these people race me and I can't wait to go home and I'm on.
Oh yes, and yes, Ed Sheeran with Castle on the Hill. I must say that will be all, of course, on the Night Drive show tonight. And I will be leaving you in the hands of this particular guy, Basili. And of course, Basili titled this one, Get Home. How am I going to get myself home? That is the question you need to ask yourself. How do you connect back to your source? Because home is your home. No matter what, there is no place like home. It is where you have this freedom, this peace, and yes, you know that this is where you belong. Home is our home. Until I come your way, of course, tomorrow on the Night Drive show, I am saying au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, have a wonderful and blossom night rest. I'm out of here.
How am I gonna get myself back home? Oh, yeah, yeah. People standing